Here we are, January 4th, 2021. Reality Monday. For those of you who geared up to have what you were hoping or planning or thinking to be a magnificent holiday season, I think many people were let down because it just wasn't the cheer and the joy that was there maybe the year before and the year before that. So Reality Monday is holidays are over, folks. For those who get to go back to work, yeehaw. For those who are out because of COVID, yeehaw, I guess, or whatever. um, but it's a typical Monday. It's cloudy, it's a little dismal. I myself have felt very tired for a few days. Unlike me, I've actually taken 2 naps in 2020, and it was recently, and it was after some heavy healing work, because any of us who are in this field know that we, number one, have to have work done on ourselves, and number two, we support our healing community by keeping bread on everyone's table. Okay, so that's really important. And we get a lot of help from it, all of us. Even if you're not even in this world, it's really just important to get work on yourself, to self-care and self-nurture, and that's what this time of the year is really about. Now, we all know tomorrow is the 5th, and here in the States, it's going to be a big election, I believe, in Georgia. It's either tomorrow or Wednesday. For some reason, I think it's tomorrow, and the rally is Wednesday, or whatever you want to call it, in DC. And of course, I live near DC, and I'm not at all called to go. Since COVID, my call has been to drop, stop, sit, breathe, and await instructions from my guides. And as boring as some of that has been, it's also been very empowering to get a lot of the messages that I have gotten and been able to journal them and be in a place of being grateful no matter what has happened around me and surrounding me. And just a lot going on. But I know with this Georgia election, it's going to be very different. It's not going to be where someone votes into a system, into a booth, and then it ricochets, ting, 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 till it winds up in another country where the vote is counted, supposedly, or scammed and changed, and then ping, 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 ping back. So that's not going to be allowed to happen this time, and so there's going to be a lot of people watching to see what occurs. And then with the rallies, protests, whatever you want to call them, that are going to go on, everyone I know is peaceful. They just want to go and be a part of it, and to be in that energy. And I think that's awesome for some people. I'm not being called to it because I don't feed off the energy of other people. So in other words, I don't need to be around other people to be lifted up, right? A lot of people would say they love to go to church because they feel lifted up because they're around other people and the music and so on, and or go to a concert or to a live game or something like that, which are all fun and good, but I don't feed off that. So I don't go, yay, like a lot of people do. I'm very, very fortunate not to have mood swings. And a lot of mood swings are choice. They are choice. And as much as you want to do the blame game that it's something else or the reasons why, then you're playing a victim, and you really do need to get some healing work done. Okay? Anything to make yourself better. So Reality Monday is Many of us don't want to think about tomorrow. I couldn't wash the dew again today. I did a little oil treatment in my hair, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I left the house to go to the store and I tried to make up every excuse in the world not to drive my car for like the fifth day in the row. And for somebody who's put 50,000 miles on their car in 1 year, I've been loving the fact that my car's been able to sit still. That's been very pleasant for me, even though I love to drive. But I'm being called to be like an old retired person on a rocking chair. And I can tell you one thing. I won't be doing a lot of that when I actually officially am retired, okay? So was sitting still and listening for instructions. The last couple nights I've asked for remembering some dreams. And I've had some interesting ones. And in one set of dreams, I was with a group and they were really being target practice on certain people. And then the target turned around and it was on somebody with me. And I had the awakening that people run out of targets, they're going to turn on the people around them. Because the people that use other people as target practice are those who are very numb in the soul and in the conscious mind. And then last night, I had a dream that I needed an eye exam, and somehow I wound up in some faraway town, and the two women that were taking my application to make my file were like so nonchalant. And I wound up in this room with this Indian doctor who was like examining everything but my eyes. And then he tapped me on my hairline, on my forehead. And then the table was electric. And when it moved, I was laying down. But when it moved, so here's me laying down, what it did was it took the back up, so my legs went straight up in the air. And then he leaned in and looked into my eye and he said, "You're about to see magic." So to me, that was a message that more of my sight was going to be developed. And it made sense to me because of a few things that I've seen recently, almost like a remote viewing type thing. So anyway, that made sense. I'm really looking forward to developing that with spirit. The next dream it sounded like someone was up and down my stairs. So I remember getting up from the bed and pulling open my curtains to look out at my front parking lot, and there had been devastation. Some sort of storm came through and there was trees down, and in a parking space in the corner were two utility trucks, but in where I park in my space was fine, but there was trees everywhere and it was super freezing cold, and I don't know, it was just a really bizarre dream. But both dreams, I felt like I knew that I was laying in my own bed, and I felt like I was awake, but I was in a dream state. So in other words, my spirit was coming out and experiencing things, but I was in that area of almost waking up in my real bed in real linear time. So it might have been at the end of that REM sleep. Who knows? I don't get that many dreams that I remember, and I'm told it's because I do a lot of work when I'm sleeping, which is why for years and years and years I would wake up exhausted. Until I had a few healers in my lifetime tell me to say certain things before I went to sleep so that my physical body could just rest and catch up and take some time off. But then my type A brain before I go to bed would be like, "Oh, I've got to get this work done with my spirit guides because that's my duty, that's my job." But like many of us, we overdo it, right? So back to Reality Monday, where now it's a time to really think about how we want to be this month. And I'm sure many of us were gluttons over certain foods, and who cares? We just did what we did at the holidays. It's like multiple buffets of stuff, and you're not going to throw it in the trash, you're going to finish eating it. I threw something in the trash yesterday, and I went and dug it out last night and finished it. It's terrible. So I decided to start today. Oh, well, right? Um, but anyway, taking stock of our breath, taking stock of, do we need more water versus going to the kitchen to nibble on something? Can we focus a little bit more on what it is that we want from our higher self, our spirit guide, the highest self, the oversoul family is what we are columned into. All right, so think of it this way. Say I'm standing here like this and I'm talking to you, but I've got friends and family all around just kind of answering and whispering in my ear and saying things, but then my mouthpiece is saying what they're saying. It's me speaking, right? But I'm getting a lot of my information from all my friends and family, which is what are my translucent light body friends and family are helping me with. So do a lot of journaling. Breathe as much as you can. And I mean breathe, forcefully breathe. Set that type A on a shelf and accept where you are in this moment. Because in this moment is where you can make adjustments, changes, and let yesterday go. Tomorrow's not here. Tonight's not here. Tonight's not here. In this moment, you make the corrective changes, the tweaks that you want and desire, along with that realigning breath, so that you step into the next moment and the next moment after that, being all together, you know? And then magic occurs. You can hear things, see things, sense things from a different slow-mo. It's a real nice slow-mo. So encompass that and see if you can enjoy that. There's another video I want to do about a reality that I had last night, and I'll do that on another video. I don't know if it'll be today because I really want to go outside before it gets any colder and be in my space. All right, so please like, subscribe, share, leave a nice comment. Hit the subscribe button and then hit all so you get all of my notifications. Then hit the like button every time you get my notification, even if you don't listen to all the things that I have to say. Because that, my friends, helps the algorithm. So again, as I've said before, I don't wind up in the dungeon and forgotten about before I've even gotten out there. All right, so much love and light to all of you. And until the next video.